Hey guys, today we're going to a very strange ancient temple in a remote village called Bavka. And the specialty of this temple is that it was built in just 12 hours. Imagine building a temple or even a house or even just one room in 12 hours. That would be impossible, right? But we are in the state of Gujarat in India. This is the land of impossible temples. As soon as I enter the temple, I can see something very interesting. Do you see what's inside the main chamber? Something is very different about this temple. This is just strange. The main deity is not visible inside the chamber. You cannot see the idol or the lingam from here. That is almost never the case in Hindu temples. I'm quite excited to see what's waiting in the main chamber, but first, I'm going to remove my shoes before going in. Why would the main chamber be empty? As I enter the chamber, I'm perplexed by the design. I have to get down a few feet, but there seems to be no main idol I can see. At the bottom, I can see a small lingam in the center of the chamber. The entire lingam and the base, from top to bottom, must be less than 1 foot tall. I doubt if this is the original ancient idol because it is covered with a new gold-plated metal base. Let's take a closer look at this lingam. The lingam, the cylindrical stone, is quite small. It is shiny and well polished, made of stone. There is also a metal naga, a multiple-headed serpent, guarding the lingam as well. But both of them don't seem to be ancient. Is it possible that someone destroyed the original lingam and people have tried to replace or renovate this? The base has a snake-like carving. It is shown swimming towards the center. But bases of lingams are almost never made of metal in ancient temples. So let's look underneath. Here we can clearly see a round base that rises up for a few inches. This is the original ancient base or the yoni of the lingam, and it must have been destroyed by invaders. But who did this? Historians say this temple was plundered and destroyed by Mahmud of Ghazni. He was from modern-day Afghanistan, and he came here around 1025 AD, almost 1,000 years ago. For Muslims, worshipping idols is a sin, so he must have destroyed the main lingam that must have stood taller and larger and would have been visible from a distance. After his time, the locals must have tried to renovate this to continue their worship, and that's what we see here. You can also see another interesting object. There is a pot hanging on top of the lingam, and if you see here, the water is dripping through this small hole at the bottom, and this water falls drop by drop on top of the lingam. Why does Shiva need this trickling water on him? Once upon a time, Lord Shiva drank a deadly poison called hala to save everybody. But this poison made his body temperature rise to a feverish level, so he had to be constantly cooled with trickling water. So it is believed that lingams can absorb your poison or your negative thoughts and energy and can save you with their positive vibrations. But they have to be cooled constantly. At the top of the chamber, you can see various geometric patterns called mandala patterns or cymatic patterns. These are symbols visually representing the specific energy or the vibration of the temple. There is a circle surrounded by more circles. surrounded by a square, surrounded by a rhombus, again another square, surrounded by a polygon. These patterns are also used for meditation using certain mantras.
Have a look at that. That's a stone conch. Look at that shape. It's a stone conch. That's new. I've never seen that. Maybe some large Vishnu statue was here at some point, maybe here or somewhere, but only this conch remains today. So maybe a large Vishnu statue got destroyed or something, and this is what remains. That's interesting.
Why would a conch be placed in a Shiva temple? Conch is supposed to be a tool of Lord Vishnu. Let me tap on it and see what kind of sound it makes. You hear that? It sounds hollow. Can stones be hollow inside? On this wall at the back of the lingam, you can see this carving. This is an original ancient carving, and it shows a mind-boggling detail. Look at his hand. Is that a bomb, like a hand grenade? I mean, look at it, right? It looks exactly like a modern-day grenade, and on top, it has this little bump, like a hole for the safety pin, and it has rough edges on its surface, just like a modern-day grenade. But who is this? This is Lord Shiva. He is shown holding a trident in one hand, and you can see his wife Shakti with him. And what is the name of this weapon? Ancient texts say that Shiva used a very powerful weapon called Pashupatastra. This weapon can destroy an entire city and turn it into ashes. So, is it possible that such advanced weapons existed thousands of years ago? Is this a grenade?
And then behind him, you can see two gods. One, you can see this is the iconography of Lord Brahma, and you can see the tools he's holding, and here you can see Lord Vishnu. So you can see the conch and chakra. So we have Vishnu and we have Brahma here. In the center, we have Lord Shiva with his wife. So once upon a time, it's possible that on this side, we maybe had Brahma, and on the opposite side, we maybe had statue of Vishnu. Maybe that conch, that stone conch you see, is all that remains of those two statues. This is a guess, and I could be wrong, but it makes sense to have Shiva surrounded by the two gods. Okay? Let's see what else we can find. There is something there. So there's something there here. As a nice little chamber is here. Okay? We don't know what it's used for. Let me show you. You can see this is a nice little rectangular chamber. On the top, it's a little bit messed up, but on the bottom, it's pretty clear. I don't know what it's used for. Okay? So, here's another one of this. Here's another beautiful statue, and this is the famous elephant god, Ganesha. Now, even after 1,000 years, this carving just looks fantastic. You can see the Lord with the trunk, and we don't know what this is. Oh, this is a snake. He has a snake on his belly. He is known for using snakes as belts. And underneath, I think this is a tiny little mouse. This carving looks fantastic. Okay, so let's go out and see what's there.
I hope you liked this video. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.